And he didn't have a great year, but that's because Matthew Stafford's racist.
Yeah, basically.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Amateur Sports Focus podcast. As you can see, we are finally back together, and I'm Kai.
I'm Frank.
And it's been a whole month and a half since we had a podcast actually talking to each other. So
Yeah, it's
good to
been
be
about a
back.
month.
Hopefully, our schedules can now start to work out where we can have this more often. And we've missed so much, but it's fine. No one notices. But so today I want to start off with a little bit of recent news that actually came out today that Antonio Brown has been, or an arrest warrant for Antonio Brown has been released for, what was it, domestic violence, battery, something like
Battery
that?
Battery assault.
Of all the things he's done, it's not necessarily the worst one.
Yeah, I think the Saudi Arabia one's pretty bad.
I would think so. Yeah, just public nudity in a foreign country is up there.
The worst place to do it at, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the place that's like not letting people with, well, not same country, but same area of the world that's not letting some people in that are wearing shirts to World Cup games. And you're going to do that at a hotel pool.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has this man been arrested or something bad has happened relating to him?
Well, when was that Vontez birth? When was that Vontez hit? Like 2015?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been since then. So
yeah, I think that I feel like that's everyone knows that that's what started it.
Yeah. Well, it's even funnier because when you look at his old videos talking about Roethlisberger and how good of a player he is, and just the most humble person you can hear, and then that just happens.
Like, I don't even think he had any problems coming out of college because he was kind of fine. Everyone loved him, and he's easily the best wide receiver of the 2010s, like by far.
Yeah, by far.
And I feel like if he didn't turn into what he is now, he's like a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he would be in the Hall of Fame if it wasn't for his acts.
Yeah, so. If you look at all of his statistics, he is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I would want him on my team.
Yeah, exactly. But then you realize that he is what he is. And that's the problem. Yeah, literally, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page for his college career. Nothing is mentioned about it. Peyton Manning has stuff in college that people don't want to know about, but Antonio Brown doesn't. And then after the hit, bam, he turns into O.J. Simpson mixed with Deshaun Watson.
Speaking of Deshaun.
Yeah, speaking of Deshaun, he is back. How do you feel about this?
I feel I'm excited for one, just to see how he is, because I know when he played in his preseason game, he went like 1 for 7. Wasn't a good start.
And then got pulled.
Yeah, got pulled. And isn't 10 of his offenders going to be at the game?
Yes, yeah. The attorney representing 10 of his accusers bought out a box for them to attend the game.
I just think it's funny how they're paying for his game.
Well, they're definitely not, because they're at Houston.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're at Houston.
So obviously no money's going to anything relating to Deshaun Watson. It's just going to the Texans, which are already a terrible organization. But
what are they going to do there? Like,
I think it's more protest. I think it's in protest of him being back, like, in the league. Kind of like what there was like a whole Orthodox Jewish organization that protested Kyrie coming back after his whole thing. So I think it's something relating to that, I would imagine.
I mean, I think so. But Kyrie, if you saw the video, like on them courtside, Kyrie was talking to him. It was like a nice conversation. But like, I wouldn't think that if they would ever talk to Deshaun, it wouldn't be
exactly. It's a completely different situation. Which I don't get it. But like, if it's in protest, all power to them. And they just want to see an NFL game, all power to him. But listening to how he spoke about the situation, he's admitted it and then denied it, and then admitted it and then denied it, and then saying he's sorry, but then says he didn't do it. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe he admitted it, but it was like, but it was, with consent in a way. But I mean, I didn't really watch it. I didn't really hear him talk about it.
I don't know. I still want the Texans to beat the Browns by like 50. I know it won't happen, but I want it to happen.
I think it would be funny. I feel like Deshaun's going to have like
Well, even
1.5
besides like
picks.
even besides all of his off-field issues, just the fact that he held himself out for a year to not play for the Texans, just if they were to come and beat him.
Yeah.
Granted, Kyle Allen is going to get sacked 80 trillion times with Myles Garrett, but
that's going to be fun.
Other than that fact.
Yeah, that's going to be the game of the week for like certain purposes.
Yeah, for actual NFL purposes, they're going to be like 4 total points scored. No one's going to want to watch it. People are only going to want to watch it because he's returning and he's playing the Texans. Yeah. That's the only reason.
But the game I'm looking forward to the most is the 49ers and the Dolphins. Oh my gosh.
Well, technically, it's a Kyle Shanahan revenge game for Mike McDaniel leaving him. How do you, in your honest opinion, how do you expect it to go?
So, first of all, the 49ers defense in the second half has not led a single point in I think
that's
like 5
what I'm
games.
Thinking. I think yeah.
But Dolphins are probably a top 2 offense with the Kansas City Chiefs in front.
I would say as just an offense, they're first.
So you think they're first?
Yeah, because I feel like the Chiefs offense seems better. Obviously, Chiefs offense is out of this world, but so is the Dolphins. But the Dolphins are on the field less, so because their defense can tend to give up lots of points, while the Chiefs defense is still great. So that's why, like, if you kept both teams on the field for the same amount of time, I feel like the Dolphins score more points.
Yeah, it's gonna really come down to running the ball as well, because the 49ers got stuffed in the run game with the Saints, and really when you look at the Dolphins defensive roster, it's like, damn, they should be extremely good, but it just hasn't been the case. But I mean we've been good for the past like 3 games, pretty decent.
Been doing well. Well, what about running wise? What, isn't Raheem hurt? Chase Edmonds is gone. Myles Gaskin sucks.
Raheem's back this week.
Okay.
Jeff Wilson, who was
amazing. Yeah, Jeff Wilson. I forgot.
Amazing.
Another 49er.
Yeah, another 49er. I love Jeff, but Raheem's going to be back.
But
Armstead's not going to be back, which is going to be the biggest issue because that offensive line.
The only thing is that he's a left tackle, right?
Yeah.
And Bosa's an end, so he's not going to be facing off against where Bosa would have been. So at least that's okay.
They could move him to that position, though.
No, I don't think they have the entire time he's been there.
They might not, but that offensive line,
both the Bosa brothers are left ends, like specifically. I feel like the only end that moves around are like Aaron Donald and Aiden Hutchinson. From watching, those are the only places where they'll line them up anywhere. The other ones kind of stick to their side. Like even like Myles Garrett never goes to left end; it's always right end.
Yeah, and Aaron Donald, I think he's on the IR, so he's not even going to be.
He is, yeah. On the field, I think honestly, I don't think any of the Rams star players are coming back this season.
Oh, I think Aaron Donald's going to retire because there's been talks, but I know he signed that 3-year contract, so he's going to have to stay. But I mean, if they're going to play like that, I mean, even with Matthew Stafford, but
hurt.
Yeah, he's
Cooper Kupp's definitely not coming back because you don't want to risk him because he's like 29. You don't want to risk him getting to 30 and already hurt.
Yeah, he's
Allen Robinson's hurt.
Yep.
And he didn't have a great year, but that's because Matthew Stafford's racist.
Yeah, basically.
And then Stafford has like a weird concussion that's lasted like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
they keep saying it's just a concussion, but it's definitely some form of neck injury too, because there's no way.
It has to be, because I think even Tua's concussion only took 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that man was dead.
Yeah, he was big, and he was almost dead this week.
Really?
If you saw the way he got sacked that one time, they folded his legs.
I did see that where he was like bent fully back. Yeah.
Every time he gets sacked, it looks like he's going to either get knocked out or he's going to get injured. And it looks
that's because people come unblocked to him.
Yeah, because that was when Teron Armstead got out, and that's when he started getting hammered. That's what I'm worried about this Niners defense, because they're so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I think they have a game plan. Mike McDaniel, Tua gets out the ball quick, anyways. So that's just going to
especially when you have the 2 fastest wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, and his like reads, Tua's reads are just been on point. So I mean, it's going to be that kind of game. I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball, but we're going to have to run the ball to win. So
maybe I feel like all you just pound it with Jeff Wilson. You don't want to get cute like the 49ers do. Like
yeah,
you don't need jet sweeps. You don't need anything like that. You just need up the middle, run
yeah,
to open people up on the sides.
yeah.
Wide out.
Well, I think we're going to push the ball downfield. We're going to pass
Obviously,
the
I
ball in
mean,
the middle a lot. I mean, you can't
you
when you
will.
have Waddle and Tyreek. You
And
got it.
is Gesicki? He didn't get any catches last week, but he's still playing.
Gesicki's going to be a huge factor into this game though,
Exactly.
because they're going to be so concerned with Hill and Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like that your defense is going to be interesting.
Bradley Chubb had a great game. He had a strip sack.
Yeah.
We had 6 sacks last week, but yet
But
against
the
the
49ers
Texans,
offensive line is very different than the Saints offense.
Bradley Chubb versus Trent Williams is going to be an amazing matchup. I can't wait for that.
I think so.
And Christian Wilkins, I think he'll do good. Jalen Phillips, he's really good off the edge as well. So
don't you have Ingram? Or
yeah, we got Ingram. No, we have Ingram as well. He got a sack up. Yeah, he got a sack last game. So we got dudes. We just got to get through. We need pressure.
Exactly. You got to get through, and you got to get through in time for CMC not to run a little screen as well.
Yeah. and but our defensive, I mean, we're quick. So I mean, we're gonna get to the quarterback a couple of times because we have been in the past couple of games. Like we've finally been showing what we looked like last year. So
yeah. If you guys, you guys went like you were up to start the season, down for a little bit, and then just keep going up. So it's nothing terrible.
It was just a stretch where it was just like rough, like against the Lions, but Lions technically they have a top 5 offense, and then like Justin Fields, and it's Justin Fields. So
yeah, you don't have to face any running quarterback. So
so I think that's when it'll help us a little bit. But yet again, Tua's not as elusive, but he'll get out of the pocket and make a play if he has to.
Yeah.
But that's why this is, I mean, it's the game of the week for that. And then it's the Chiefs and Bengals. And I mean, you can even
AFC championship rematch game.
Yeah. I mean, and you can flip game of the week because they're both going to be great games.
Correct.
So, because
in terms of high scoring, I feel that the Chiefs Bengals will be higher scoring just because of the Niners defense. It'd be like, they'll slow the game down a little. It might not make you guys lose, but it'll slow down the game for sure.
Yeah, their defense, it's going to be tough. I'm not expecting it's going to be like, it's going to really show us like who the Dolphins like really are coming into this game because San Fran's like the hottest team in the league.
They are
as well. It's 2 of the hottest teams in the league, one of the hottest teams in the league, and then facing off each other. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Tua does because he hasn't really been in this situation like this and with this magnitude. I don't know. Other than last year with
Bills
the playoffs.
Game. And I would say the Bills game.
But that was early. Like now we're like deep in the playoffs, like December ball. So it's like it matters.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And like last year we didn't have the team and we came up short like last year.
But yeah, you have real weapons now.
Yeah, we have actual weapons that could help him
and the
out.
Quarterback that you actually drafted now, not hurt in any way.
Yeah, and a coach that actually trusts our quarterback is pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you saw Mike McDaniel's mic'd up, but it was pretty funny.
Oh, and he was like making fun of him, like saying Georgia was the best SEC school and stuff like that.
He was like, dude, your technique was trash. He was just like, yeah. But I like that relationship that they're going on. But real quick, enough of my team. I do want to talk about your team because I know they've been struggling a little bit.
Here's the thing.
But
we played the Eagles game.
That was good.
That was great.
No, it's crazy to me how you guys are like 4-8, but you really don't feel like you're 4-8.
Aaron Rodgers, for his down year, leads the NFC in passing touchdowns.
With a broken thumb, by the way.
Yeah, everyone's saying that the Packers should cut him. The man has the most passing touchdowns, the 5th most passing yards. It's clearly not his fault.
It's not. I will say it's probably the receivers, but Christian Watson has been a stud.
Christian Watson has been amazing.
But you need more. You need a little more.
I think I've spoken about this already, but I think it was when he had the 3 touchdown game that I was on Twitter and I literally just posted after his first 2 drops. I went cut Christian Watson and I posted it, and then he proceeds to have 3 touchdowns and 6 catches and 124 yards, and then that's when his breakout started. So I'm gonna take credit for that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he's been doing really well. And obviously, I mean, the man was like the second fastest wide receiver in this year's draft
And he's
that
also like
ran.
6'3".
Yeah, he's huge. Like when he caught his touchdown pass from Jordan Love, he looked like he was jogging and he outran a corner that runs a 4
Speaking
3.
of Jordan Love, he looked pretty good.
Okay, that's the thing. It's like people expected Jordan Love to be bad, but he was a first round pick for a reason.
It's kind of weird because if I recall, Aaron Jones took over in his third year as the starting position over Brett Favre. So it's like Jordan Love, it's his third year, comes out of the game, absolute balls out.
Well,
But it's weird because Aaron Rodgers isn't doing bad, but he just has a broken thumb.
well,
So
he's okay, but he's hurt and old. So that's never a good combo.
Yeah, he's hurt and old. He don't got it like that. I mean, he does, but I mean, maybe if he's on that Tom Brady formula, then
Yeah, but a thumb is different than like
it,
a leg.
and I don't even think he even wants to play football anymore.
He said that as long as they're mathematically able to make it to the playoffs, he'll play, which means that like his heart's not fully there. He only wants to play to win. He's not playing to play football.
Yeah,
which is understandable.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, but at the same
Because
time, it's like I feel like he's gonna retire at least maybe not next year, but the year before.
definitely, I don't think next year.
I think he'll
It
stay one more year.
depends.
It
The
depends who
only
they get.
problem is that like our defense is underwhelmed. Oh, coming into the season, we were like supposed to be the number 2 defense behind the Chargers.
Yeah, you guys have not been looking good.
No,
as well.
because we have injuries. We have one of the worst defensive coordinators in the NFL. Like Jair Alexander is top 3 best cornerback in the NFL.
Yeah.
And we're playing him 10 yards off of his receiver in a zone.
Mhm.
So he's basically out of the play if anything doesn't come directly to him.
Yeah.
And even then, he still leads the league in lowest QBR when targeted. But we're not using him at all. And it makes like there was a game, I think it was now I gotta think. Yeah, it was the Bears game. Obviously, we won.
Yeah, and you guys play him again, I think, this week.
But there was a play where we literally had Preston Smith on Darnell Mooney instead of a cornerback. One of our right outside linebackers on their fastest, best wide receiver instead of our best cornerback or a safety.
Yeah, and Darnell Mooney's not even going to be there playing against you guys either because he's out.
Yeah, I think it was Randall Cobb or Alan Lazard. I'm not entirely sure. I might get this quote wrong. That said that like it doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers is hurt. He's going to play the Bears because he has to show them that he owns them. And like, obviously now is the perfect time. They have no receiving core. Their run game is in shambles because they have David Montgomery not even playing anymore. It's like Khalil Herbert only.
You just have to stop Justin Fields. I mean,
that's the problem. And we couldn't stop Jalen Hurts last week. And he's a slower version of Justin Fields. Granted, he can throw.
Fast.
Justin Fields is worse at throwing, but it's going to be a tough task.
It was hell trying to guard that man, watching the Dolphins play against him. He put up career Madden numbers on us.
Oh, wasn't that the 178 game?
Yeah, it was the 178 game. It might continue to tell him to stop running.
Yeah, I did see that. But I really don't know what we're going to do.
You need to get Zadarius Smith back.
That's not happening. He hates us now, and he's on a team that's winning.
Yeah, the Vikings are looking good.
They're getting carried.
Yeah, unfortunately, to your standards, they're going to be good. So
yeah,
they're already in the playoffs.
Well, since that conversation made me sad, let's switch to a little different kind of football, as in soccer, because that is actually what it's called.
Yeah, it's called soccer.
So yeah, the U.S. men's national team is in the round of
16.
Round of 16 now in the World Cup. Play on Saturday against the Netherlands.
Yep. Well, Saturday? No.
Yeah, I think it's Saturday.
Saturday at 9? It's Saturday at 9. Yeah, Saturday at 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to get up early for that game.
It's not that early. Yeah. Saturday, December 3rd, 10 a.m. So it's not that early.
10 a.m. Okay.
Against the Netherlands. How do you expect that to go?
Well, they have I don't know how to pronounce their names, but they have really good they have 3 really good defensive backs, like Dejak or something like that. Like I don't know how to pronounce him, but they played.
Yeah.
But they played for Bayern Munich, who's like a really good team in their league, and they're nasty. So I don't know. So we're gonna have to score like outside of the box because we're not even gonna be able to score inside because they're just that good. It's obviously we're underdogs because Netherlands is.
But
really
we've
good.
also been underdogs for the first few games anyway.
Yeah, in England we drew with England, which is supposed
Yeah.
to be like one of the best teams in the World Cup. So it's gonna be interesting because Pulisic he's got an injury.
Someone was interviewing him
pelvis.
today, and they said he was full to go.
Yeah, no, he said he was going to play, but I don't know if it's going to affect him or
But
not. But we'll
playing
see.
and being at your best for 90 plus minutes is different. So
yeah, I'm sure he'll get taken out though, like 75th, 80th minute.
But that's when things kind of went to hell last game.
Yeah, that was close. I thought we really folded that last game. That would have been
Yeah.
really bad. But
granted, we had one of the worst offsides calls ever.
Yeah, it should have been a goal anyways. Tim Weah should have scored that, but it's whatever.
Yeah, the new system for it is like dumb because they don't really explain to you what they're calling because there are like arms and shoulders that are across the line, but then others like aren't.
Yeah, and I was
really
watching
weird.
the Mexico game.
Yesterday.
They were up 2-0 and they got a goal called off because it was offsides. But I mean, to me, it didn't look offsides, but they caught off because of the new tech thing. But I think
which is cool, but like for a sport like soccer, it doesn't seem necessary. For like football, it does.
Yeah,
because like to have exact down and distance, because otherwise you have 98-year-old referees trying to eyeball where the ball like stopped forward progress, and it doesn't really work all that well. So I don't really know. It's soccer. I don't like soccer anyway. I've only watched one game. It was the England one, and that's it. So
I don't know. I'm not like a big soccer guy, obviously.
But now you have to be as a patriotic human being.
Yeah, like I'm an American, so obviously I'm gonna watch my Americans play the sport. So,
but I feel like that's
soccer. That was originally
called
soccer way back then. It was never called football, by the way. So
yeah, I feel like it is just funny because everyone who is like starkly in support of the U.S. men's national team has never watched a game of soccer in their life. High school, college, professional, never. But that's what makes it better because we just know that we're better because of that.
Yeah, that's what makes it great.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that in the slightest.
Yeah, those British people.
Oh yeah,
couldn't even beat us. It's crazy at their own sport.
And they thought they could.
Yeah, we're gonna see them in baseball though.
Oh,
so we'll finish that.
We're gonna mercy rule them. I don't even know that's a thing in the World Baseball Classic, but we're going to.
Yeah, if they kill them, bruv. But yeah.
Speaking of baseball, reigning AL MVP, Mr. Aaron Judge, does not appear to be going back to the Yankees. But here's the thing. So he's their best player, clearly. And they said if he returned, they would consider giving him the captain title. Consider it. Like, that's not a selling point to a player if you're going to maybe give them a captain title. Either say you will or you won't if he comes back to your team.
I mean, I guess that's a big honor.
It is, because the last person to have it was obviously Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Where's my Derek Jeter flag? I have my little
Why do you
Derek
have that?
Jeter Hall of Fame, because I went to the Rays Yanks game and it was Derek Jeter night and he was there. That was when they like had his speech and everything, and they gave out like mini Derek Jeter plaques to everyone that went.
I throw it in the garbage. Cal Ripken Jr. is better, but anyways.
I agree, but like I feel like it's my bias of being a Rays fan that was like always says that Derek Jeter wasn't that good.
He wasn't.
Pretty damn good. Like just looking at like
air machine.
Okay. Yes, but he was never I think he did win a Gold Glove, but he's never known for winning a Gold Glove.
We should.
He was known for his hitting and being clutch. Like
that's just how much they love Jeter. I do love Jeter though, but I did watch his documentary, which is pretty good.
And he has 5 Gold Gloves. Who knows?
I don't know how, but
yeah. But he also has 5 World Series championships. So you gotta
That's impressive.
Yes, that's the biggest part.
He was clutch. He was clutch.
Yeah.
But I was gonna mention something. Oh, Jose Abreu.
Oh my dude. When I saw that, I got that notification because he's like one of my favorite players because I had him on baseball fantasy a few years ago during his MVP season. And he had so many bombs.
Yeah.
And now he's on the Astros.
Yeah, the Orioles just need some help. Help is on the way, hopefully.
Dude, but why the Astros? I know because they're reigning, champs and they have money, but
because
still.
The White Sox are like just average.
But have some
high
man.
expectations, and then they just do average. It's so weird.
But
I don't get it.
Care for America and don't do that to us. No one wants to see the Astros win.
I don't care. He wants to get paid and he wants to win.
I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
What the hell? One of those window cleaner things are outside my window right now. Anyway,
that's New York for you.
Dude, yeah. And they make so much noise on our little, we have a scaffolding balcony under our window now. And I'm running an experiment where I just throw fruit out there to see what people who work out there do. I watched a dude kick an orange, pick it up, and then just put it back down instead of doing anything with it. There's still an orange and a banana sitting next to each other outside the window. That's how I entertain myself. Yeah, exactly. That's how I entertain myself.
But do you wanna pick some NFL games? We're a little behind.
Yes, we're definitely a little behind. So I don't know if
I think we should just keep the record that we currently have, and then maybe just move it into this week.
Yeah, I think we can do that. What week is this? Isn't this week 13?
Week 13.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going by pretty quick.
Okay. So tonight, Thursday Night Football, which the Dude Perfect stream is back for this one. So I'm watching on that.
Pats. Let's go.
Okay, do you think the Patriots are actually going to win, or you just want them to win so it ups your record?
I don't think they're going to win, but I want them to win. So, I am going to go with the Patriots, though, just for.
Okay. I'll go with the Bills, just for the obvious answer, but they almost lost to the Lions. Stephon Diggs is God and is the only reason that they didn't lose to the Lions.
Fantasy beast.
He is. Even though he had four fantasy points going into the fourth quarter and then came out with 21?
Yeah, he finished with 21.
Yeah, monster. Packers, Bears.
Packers.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers could throw for 3 touchdowns without an arm.
Yeah, he could throw a lefty.
Exactly. Steelers, Falcons. Unless they start Desmond Ridder, the Steelers.
I am going to go with the Steelers regardless. It's crazy how the Falcons could still win their division at 5-7.
I know. Well, that just shows you how terrible that division is. They're the NFC South is the new NFC East.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I know who you're gonna pick: Jets, Vikings, or who you want to win. Yeah, I know you want the Vikings to win. They're not going to play Zach Wilson. Exactly. They're not going to play Zach Wilson. They don't have any run game now, though.
It's going to be closer than people think, though.
Yeah, the Jets don't have any run game right now because Michael Carter's hurt. Obviously, Breece Hall's done. James Robinson got sat last week for no reason.
Yeah.
So, Jags, Lions, battle of.
Wait, where's it at?
It appears to be in Detroit.
Detroit.
I agree. Titans, Eagles. This will be interesting.
Titans, Eagles.
Yeah.
So, I do want the Eagles to win. I need the Eagles to win. I'm going to stick with the Eagles. Just because division and seeding purposes. Or not division, but seeding for the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, got you. But I don't know. The Titans always are just there and winning.
Yeah. And the Titans, people sleep on the Titans, man. I mean, they almost beat the Chiefs they lost to the Chiefs by 3.
With Malik Willis.
Yes.
Who completed 5 passes.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
great. I mean, when you have Derrick Henry, all things
Yeah.
are possible.
yeah,
Okay, we talked about this one a little bit before. So Browns, Texans.
Browns, Texans. I
I'm
think the
choosing
Browns are going to
Texans.
win.
I'm choosing Texans. Got to.
Okay.
Commanders, Giants.
Commanders.
Giants are on a skid. Commanders are going up. So I'm going
Commanders.
Commanders. For
Commandees.
sure. Oh God. Broncos, Ravens. Raven countries or Raven
Ravens.
country, let's flock.
Yeah, Ravens. Ravens.
Yeah.
All the way.
Here
I don't
we
want
go.
them to win, but the Ravens.
Dolphins, 49ers.
I mean, you know my pick, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a game for sure. It's gonna.
I want the Dolphins to win for you, but I think the 49ers will win. So I'm going that. Okay, Seahawks, Rams.
Oh, we'll Seahawks.
Exactly,
If
Seahawks.
Bryce Perkins, if he's quarterback, I think Seahawks all the way.
Yeah, because Cup's out,
And Aaron
Robinson's out,
Donald's out.
Donald's
so.
out, Stafford might get held out again.
Yep.
Chargers, Raiders.
Chargers.
I
Because
want the Chargers.
I want the
need
Chargers to win. Well, actually, I don't want the Chargers to win, but the Dolphins and Chargers game got moved to Sunday night next week, so I think the hype will be pretty cool. But no, I'm gonna go with Raiders. Raiders are up.
Okay, I'm going with Chargers just for the fact that I need Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler to do well in fantasy.
Yeah, you guys are talking to two fantasy beasts right now at the
top
of their
number one over here and number two. But I don't know, dude.
You're number one in your division, though. I'm number one in mine.
Yes, but you're number one overall, so you have to buy. But last week, every single one of my players, except for my tight end, scored at least one touchdown. So I have 175 points. So I have and we do two-week playoffs. So I have a 60-point buffer.
Yeah. Why do we do the 2-week playoffs again? Because I was talking to my friends and they were kind of.
Oh, to make it not as luck based, because like I could have a week like mine that's above average, while Nate could have an average week. But he could still have a chance. So that's why.
Yeah, that's why I told him, because I thought it would make more sense. So
yeah, it's to remove the luck, because like head-to-head matchups are sort of luck. Because like there have been times where you're the second highest person and you lose to the highest scoring person, and that sucks.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't play you last week because I had a really bad week last week, and I was still second overall.
I feel like it's going to be us in the playoffs. It's going to be Anthony, you, and me in the 3-team pool that we do, and then the 2 highest should be us 2. And then after that,
the fact that Anthony's even in the conversation, he didn't even have a first-round pick, is crazy.
I know, but the only first-round pick that was worth it this year was Eckler,
Kelsey,
and Devontae Adams. Well, Justin Jefferson, and then Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and I thank Anthony for giving me Stephon Diggs in the beginning of the season. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, those things kind of work out. Chiefs, Bengals.
Ooh. I know the Bengals won last year in Cincinnati. They're at Cincinnati again. Cincinnati beat Kansas City in the playoffs at Arrowhead.
And I think Jamar Chase might be back. They're talking.
Jamar Chase is back. No, he's back. So Jamar Chase is back. This is probably the toughest one.
I'm going Chiefs. I'm just going to throw that out there.
If you're going Chiefs,
I love that team.
I love the Chiefs. I love Mahomes, man. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs too.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kelsey. Kelsey's been and I got Mahomes, so I have to.
True. Yeah, you have to stack. That'll be fun. Okay, this one might have a 70-point spread. The Cowboys and the Colts.
You see what the spread is right now? 10.5?
I don't. Is it actually?
Yeah, it's 10.5.
It should be higher than that. It should be higher than that. After they lost to the Steelers, of all people.
And they also, that defense is going to get 20 sacks. Micah Parsons is going to have a career day, I feel
Micah Parsons will make himself a Hall of Famer on Sunday. And it's a Sunday night game, too.
Yeah, Jeff Saturday is a top 5 coach.
Jeff Saturday should go out there and play center like he did for them.
Yeah, he probably
and they'd be better.
That top 5.
The Saints and the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that top 5 is a joke, by the way.
I was very aware of the fact that he doesn't even know what a timeout is.
Didn't even use one. Saints and the Buccaneers. So the Saints always play the Buccaneers good for whatever reason. So it's probably going to be like a 10-6, 13-6 kind of game.
Over under ejections.
Uh,
1.5. 1.5.
I was gonna say 0.5, but yeah,
Oh no, it's obvious it's going to be above 0.5, but 1.5
I do 3. Not 1.5. Yes.
over.
Yeah. Oh, I get the over. So
Okay.
especially Lattimore and Evans, but
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
looking here, so the spread's 3.5. I mean, obviously the weather's gonna be good. I mean, 81% of the public bets are over 47 points
Really?
or 40 and a half, 40 and a half. And then 71% has money line Bucks.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
don't know
going
why, because
Saints. Just like take away everything. It's like the Bears Packers matchup. The Packers will win, even if the Bears are the 85 team.
yeah, I think
The Saints will beat them.
the Bucks will win because it's a must-win game for them. So I think they're gonna, and Tom Brady obviously knows that, and I think they're gonna win. It's crazy how Tom Brady's down here and he's throwing 14 touchdowns and 2 picks.
Oh yeah.
Just like Aaron Rodgers. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. People think that they're falling off, but they're better than 90% of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
Well,
but yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna win that, but I think it's gonna be like a 13-6 kind of game.
Makes
All right,
sense.
it's
Well,
not gonna be high scoring like it's never have been. So
yeah, we're running out of time on the recording, so I guess
yep,
I'll end it off here.
yep.
So thank you guys for watching another episode of the Amateur Sports Focus podcast. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. We're also on YouTube if you want to see this sexy man and see how he looks. We're on YouTube. That's all at Amateur Sports Focus. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Kai.
I'm Frank.
Peace.
Peace.